Hello. For our practice session today, we're going to do something very practical. We will simulate a complete dining experience at a nice restaurant, from making the reservation to paying the bill. This will allow us to practice vocabulary, polite phrases, and even some common pronunciation points. Are you ready?
Hello. Yes, I'm very ready. This is a situation that always makes me a little nervous in English, so I'm happy to practice.
Excellent. Let's start from the very beginning, making a reservation over the phone. The key phrase is, I'd like to make a reservation. Can you repeat that for me?
Yes, I'd like to make a reservation.
Good start. That was very clear. Just a small tip on the pronunciation of reservation. The S has more of a Z sound, and the main stress is on the ve. Listen closely. Reservation. Can you try it again?
Reservation.
Perfect. That's a huge improvement. Now let's move to the restaurant itself. We've arrived and we're seated. The waiter comes to ask for our drink order. A very common question they ask is about water. They might say, still or sparkling. What's the difference?
I think still water is regular water without gas, and sparkling water has bubbles, correct?
Exactly right. Now let's look at a menu. Imagine you see two sections, appetizers and main courses. You might misread a word on the last page. How do you pronounce dessert?
That's the sweet food at the end of a meal. I think it's pronounced dessert.
Ah, that is one of the most common mistakes in English. It's a great point to clarify. The word you pronounced, desert, with the stress on the first syllable, is the hot, sandy place, like the Sahara Desert. The sweet food has the stress on the second syllable, dessert.
Oh, I see. So desert for sand and dessert for cake. I will never forget that now.
That's the goal. Okay, now let's imagine you want to order a steak. The waiter asks, how would you like your steak cooked? And you want it cooked thoroughly, but not dry. What do you say?
I've heard phrases like rare and well done, but I'm never sure about the ones in between. What does medium well mean, for example?
An essential question for any steak lover. Let me break it down for you quickly. Rare, seared on the outside, very red and cool on the inside. Medium rare, seared outside, reddish pink, and warm inside. This is very popular. Medium, pink all the way through, but not red. Medium well, just a thin line of pink in the very center. Well done, cooked all the way through, no pink at all. So for what you described, medium well would be the perfect choice.
That is the clearest explanation I've ever heard. Thank you. Now I can order a steak confidently.
You're welcome. Now for a challenging scenario. Your food arrives, but it's not right. First, how do you get the waiter's attention politely?
This is a great question. Is it rude to shout, "Waiter"?
Yes, in most English-speaking cultures, shouting is considered quite rude. The best way is to try and make eye contact with your waiter. When they look at you, you can give a small nod or slightly raise your hand. If they're very busy, a quiet and polite "excuse me" when they are passing by is perfect.
Okay, that is a very important cultural tip. So I get his attention and say, "My food is cold." Is that okay?
It's grammatically correct, but we can make it a little softer and more polite. Try starting with an apology, even though it's not your fault. For example, excuse me, I'm very sorry, but my food seems to be a little cold. Using words like seems to be and a little softens the complaint.
I see. It sounds much more polite. I'm sorry, but my steak seems to be a little undercooked.
Perfect. That's exactly how a native speaker would phrase it. Now let's fast forward. You've had a wonderful meal, and it's time to pay. You ask for the bill. In America, you might also ask for the check. They mean the same thing. The waiter brings you the bill. Let's look at the piece of paper. How do you pronounce RECEIPT?
Receipt.
Very close. This is another tricky one. The P is completely silent. We say receipt.
Receipt. Wow, English pronunciation is full of surprises.
It certainly is. Finally, your friend offers to pay for the meal. He says, "This is on me." What does that mean?
It means he is going to pay for everything.
Exactly. Other ways to say this are my treat or I'll get this. Now, if you wanted to pay for your own part, what would you say?
Can we pay separately, or maybe let's split it?
Both are perfect. Let's split it is a very common and friendly phrase. Well done. You've navigated the entire experience. You ask excellent questions that many learners have.
Thank you. This was one of the most useful practice sessions I've ever had. I feel much more confident now.